Welcome to another market commentary video. In this video, will be me talking about how some software companies have become very anti-consumer thanks to how their mindshare in their established software suite has become, and the people is very consolidated to using only their suite and not their competitors. So, the first company or software suite in question is Adobe. If you are a video editor, you have probably been some time of your life of being an editor, use the Adobe suites. These have caused, Adobe anti-consumerism by changing their terms and service for their subscription or the way they license their products, because if you want to continue using a subscription and product, you have to accept the new terms of service, or else you are locked out of all your projects and you will not be able to do your job. But what does this new terms and service forces onto you users and enterprise users? It forces you, all your project, everything you have done with Adobe, to be like, we have the right as Adobe to take your project and put it in our Adobe AI so that we can improve our Adobe AI. And let's just say the creative professionals do not like this, because they're basically stealing work that Adobe has no right and access to. Or on the enterprise side, they were not very happy how there was copyrighted material that Adobe will have access to as a result of this new terms and services. And again, this has resulted in investors telling those professionals, be like, hey, you can't, this terms and service, you cannot sign this, as it will not protect the investor money and the investment. And again, when this first happened, the hobbyists and the casuals, they rioted. Adobe did not care. What really got Adobe to be like, oh shit, we should really dial it back, is when the enterprise and the really big customers are like coming in with lawyers, likely be like, hey, fucking hell, stop. You can't do this. There is copyright crap that you have no right to put in your Adobe AI. Only then Adobe's like, okay, we will dial them back. Okay, but you still have to accept this terms of service. We will still be like, hey, we're still going to be pushing shit onto our Adobe AI. Just maybe, we'll be a lot less front end and more back end stabbing you on this Adobe AI thing. If anything that is to be proven with this Adobe AI situation, Adobe at all costs, they care about profit first. They want whatever going to value them, and they don't really care about their customers unless mass revolt happens where multiple customers just go, yeah, we're fucking noping out of this, or we're just not gonna deal with this shit anymore. Basically, this how Adobe got into this market dominance is, well, if you were in at some editing course during when you're learning it, you probably were given a free Adobe subscription or Adobe indefinite lifetime, license for one specific version of the Adobe suite, and be like, why do Adobe do that? Because they know if they do that during the education sign, you are brainwashed and you are forever be like, yeah, Adobe's all I know. Maybe I'll put up with their crap. This and all on top of this has resulted in, the professional industry that had the generation of that just grew up using only Adobe, that has now become an industry standard, and this is how Adobe has taken the world by storm, how they got into such dominating market share. And thankfully, there are alternatives that are coming back. The next company that are or software company that is very anti-consumer thanks to their market position is, you guessed, OpenAI. This company is a backbone of a lot of AI gimmick that is in a lot of product and services. If it's not the primary provider, it is their guaranteed to be the supplementary backup on top of the whatever that product and software's in first party AI. This has resulted in, well, OpenAI be like, okay, we're just gonna have multiple subscription to do segmentation so that we try and milk our customer base as much as possible. Has the customer base rioted? Not really. Not from what I can tell. However, what was very, very anti-consumer is when they start taking random stuff that they have no permission and be like, we are going to feed this onto OpenAI, or take stuff that clearly or information they don't verify and be like, yeah, we don't know if it's true or false. Yeah, we're going to just put it in, resulting in pretty bad reputation among OpenAI where, yeah, we don't care about how good our AI is. We don't care if our AI ends up harming products and people. We're here to make money. And the only way for OpenAI to actually be like, hey, we might control ourselves to not use copyright material that we have no access to is when those copyright people start throwing lawsuits, or individuals start throwing lawsuits, and that is the only way that OpenAI has so far right now responded to, hey, we will take your stuff off of our OpenAI algorithm learning thing. And yeah, you're wondering, why is OpenAI so prominent? OpenAI is a very, very plug and play, and a lot of time it is all the product / software, or they have to make sure is put in their plugin that they can receive and send OpenAI the inquiry, and this is the GPT basically ecosystem that a lot of companies like, yeah, we'll put up with it, even though it's pretty grey market. And of course, the last company that I'm going to be talking about, thanks to this anti-consumer crap, is Asus. Asus saga is finally ready to be talked about. So Asus is another big mega conglomerate that is sat on the laurel on the market and be like, we can milk our market segment because we are the dominant market leadership. Why? And the target audience is their fanboys, the casuals, and of course the enthusiasts. These three audiences, they don't really care about warranty. They're used to well, if my product breaks, even though it's in warranty, I will go throw it out and buy a new one and never use the warranty. As a result, the warranty process is extremely lackluster, and if your country has not poor consumer protection, and they are outright bad and anti-consumer. This is all brought to light thanks to Gamers Nexus and their, ROG Ally warranty process, where basically, yeah, Gamers Nexus made a Asus Ally, and Asus got exposed unknowingly that Asus ROG Ally was a Gamers Nexus. They were doing an undercover to see how good Asus RMA service was in America. And again, this has resulted in a lot of their other unhappy customers sending their experience to Gamers Nexus, and as a result, Gamers Nexus got a binder folder full of these things, and has resulted in, well, when this also happened very close to Computex, and yes, and GN has finally managed to book a face-to-face interview with the higher-ups at Asus and be like, hey, this shit is bad, you are bad, you can't just do this and be like, this is some giant PR shitstorm that you can eventually sweep under the storm. I bet you Asus was gonna do that at first, but until they realized, oh shit, we can't do that, and when the management realized, they realized, oh shit, this actually is bad, where potentially the consumers could lawyer up and fucking sue Asus, and their parent company, Pegatron Electronics, is not going to be happy with how Asus is losing the money and making their company look bad. And also, if you weren't aware, I was referring to Pegatron Electronics. You're wondering who the heck they are. They are the parent company of Asus. Asus is simply another subsidiary company of the mega conglomerate Pegatron Electronics, which are very, very prominent among the enterprise and the workstation industry, where if you basically own a computer in the server, you have likely used a Pegatron Electronics computer or server rack and their products. As one, say again, as I alluded to, Pegatron Electronics is a mega conglomerate, is very, very much on par with Foxconn, and unlike Foxconn, they are being hidden, they are in the shadows, controlling puppets like Asus, ROG, and their latest 2023-2024 acquisition, Intel NUC. These guys have become a mega conglomerate thanks to their shadow acquisition governments do nothing, and as a result, Pegatron's like, we are going to sit on our laurel, we are going to give shit customer service, we're going to do the bare bone minimum, we are not going to be like, yeah, we are going to be a shit cunt mastermind that is going to milk our market segment, our leadership for every last cent so that we can make maximum profit and our shareholders will be happy and our consumers, well, they don't really, well, we just going to lose some customers, we're going to get some customers. Yeah, that's the state of Asus. That's how those bean counters have thought, yeah, this is okay for Asus / Pegatron Electronics. Anyway, these are the three companies that come to my attention and thought they have abused their majority market share that they hold, and they consider milking for every last drop of profit they can get away with until backlash come back or shit just blew up again in their face. And anyway, guys, this is bringing an end to another Barker commentary video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.